Welcome to Teaching Tuesday. I'm Psychic Medium Renee Richards, and this is scrying. So, as we all pretty much know, scrying, also known by the names of, I wrote them down, hydromancy, crystal gazing, and oculomancy. So what that means, the oculomancy, is looking into the eyes of someone and being able to see into the future. I don't know, the reflections in the eyes, or just looking into the eyes. I know that even with animals, they talk about looking into the eyes of animals, seeing the reflections, and that's a way of communication. So let's see. So we're going to go to this second one. Traditionally, scrying has been portrayed through the popular image of the psychic gazing over her crystal ball. But scrying, like all esoteric practices, is not about seeing the future. The future can't be seen. It can only be speculated based on present moment information. The word scrying actually comes from the Old English word descry, which means to make out dimly or to reveal. Therefore, scrying is about revealing the unseen through the use of our inborn second sight. Second sight is our capacity to see things that usually can't be perceived through our five senses. Scrying was first mentioned in the 10th century in an ancient Persian text called Shahnameh. Later, as Christianity rose to power, scrying was outlawed as a work of the devil, and yet almost every culture has used some form of scrying. From the Native Americans' observation of smoke to the Egyptians' use of oil gazing to gain wisdom, these days scrying has largely evolved into a pagan practice, but you don't have to be pagan to experiment with it. Scrying helps us to get in touch with our unconscious minds. That can be scary. The realm of the soul. I don't know. As such, it can be used as a powerful form of self-understanding and psychoanalysis. If you're struggling to find direction, meaning, purpose in life, scrying could be a wonderful way to get in touch with your core needs, dreams, and goals. Okay. So, I've already been working on all of you. I want you to look at that picture, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get really grounded, because we are doing psychic work, and we're doing it in a group. So, as you're looking at that picture, Karen, you probably know that picture. I've adapted it a little bit, but that little red ball irritates me. Get away. There it goes. Okay, so what we're doing, we're picturing, we're sitting with our feet flat on the floor, okay, and we're sitting in a chair. If you're laying down, it's going to be more difficult, but you can still do it. Source up above, earth down below, and we're going to take this giant energy coming from source. We're funneling it to a point down through the middle of us, all the way down into the earth. So let's just take a minute and go ahead and do that. So use your visualization, use your imagination, and see this beautiful light coming from way up above, and it's in a point. That point is going to go through the top of your head, all the way through the middle of your body, shoot out your perineum, and down into the middle of the earth. And as you're going down into the earth, imagine the smell of the dirt. You can smell grass, there's rocks, and you just shoot all the way down as far as you can go. So let's just take a minute and do that. Carol, are you being fidgety? Hi, Becca. We're grounding right now, and we're using this picture of this ring pass knot to ground. So bring it all the way through from source. It looks like a funnel almost of energy, white light, and you're going to bring it all the way down through you, through the center, out the perineum, down into the earth, all the way down deep. And as you're doing this, you should feel some kind of pulling on you. Feeling it pulling you deep into your seat, deep into your body. So, and it's important that we do this because it makes it easier for you to scry. Hey, Chrissy. Look at the picture. Ground. I feel it. So, I just need to get Christy. And she's fresh in my mind, so. And remember what grounding does. It makes you more aware. When you're grounded, and everybody should be grounded when they're giving any kind of reading. I don't care if you're just messing around, playing with it yourself, or any kind of divination, or not using any tools, anything. But if you're going into a spiritual state of meditation, you should always be grounded first thing. Now, so what I do is sometimes I will clear off the table. I love to do this, especially with my kids. And we all get grounded. And then I take a plastic cup and I put my finger on it and I put a yes and a no. And you can move the cup all over the table. It's fun. It just goes. Okay, so we all feel pretty good. So when we're doing any type of work, it's always for the highest good of all. It always comes from the heart center. So we set the intent, and the intent is highest good of all. I always ask the angels of the 10th ray to come in deep into the energy. Now you just created that nice grounding, and you have that light that's holding you down in the center of the earth. So bring the ray of the angels of the 10th ray, which is a pearl-colored white with rainbows in it. Bring that all the way down through and just ask them to come all the way into your energy. And you ask to come into God harmony. My feet are buzzing good. Ask to come into God harmony. So you can feel the grounding, right, Karen? You can feel it pulling you? That's good. I know you can. Ask to be connected to your higher self soul, and ask that all information, yeah, that's what it is. You feel a pulling on your perineum? I'm going to open up the line, or you guys can unmute yourselves if you want. But just make sure it's quiet in the background. Ask that all information be for your highest good. That's really important, that you want information. So go ahead and do those things. Ask to be connected to your higher self soul. Okay, somebody just pulled up. Okay, so the first one we're going to work on, I'm holding you all down. Is smoke. So if you guys want to unmute yourself, we can talk about different feelings that you're getting from this. Now, some people will get different things, but let's get something. Oh, you don't know how? Okay. I think I can do you. Oh, kick Karen K out. No, I want to unmute her. Wouldn't that be? Oh, wait. All viewers muted. Just a minute. unmute all users. There, are you guys all unmuted? Talk. Oh, wait, now I have to do it individually, I think. I don't even know how to unmute you, apparently. Let me see. Clear, no. Mute all users.
Hello. Did it work?
Oh. Yeah, who's this?
It's Shelby.
Oh. Oh, okay. Did you unmute yourself?
I did. In the upper
okay.
left-hand corner, in the upper left-hand corner, there's that little icon. It has a little green check mark in it.
Oh, that's how people do it. So go and mute yourself over there, people. Karen,
click
go.
it, it'll close, and then you'll click it again. It'll reopen and let you connect.
I should be able to unmute her, though. Clear. Mute all users. No. I have you guys, but you have to do it yourself, I guess, to unmute. Okay. So, or just write down what you think you're seeing and feeling when you're looking at this. Just a minute. I'll pop that back. So, and smoke, this is very Native American. Of course, they use the smoke coming from a burning fire, but we're going to use this. So what are we doing? We're looking at this. We're relaxing our energy. And then when you're looking at something, you're not just looking at it, you're feeling it. You're feeling it, you're going into it. But I can't hear you. I don't know how to unmute you. I have you where if you unmute yourself, mute all users. No. Lock viewers. No. You're not locked. I don't think. If Chris was here, she'd tell me. Oh, I hear somebody. Who's that? It's green when I click. It's green when I click on it. Are you on the phone or on your computer, Karen? I think. Oh. Yeah, you just have to go to the corner, click it. And then what happens, Shelby? What does it do?
Well, I had to reset it. Like I clicked it and it went off, and I clicked it, and then you have to click it again, and it'll give you the option to join in on the microphone.
Now her mic is completely gone. Okay, so we're going to have to move ahead here. Sorry, Karen. Oh, maybe she is refreshing. Yeah, because her listening thing is gone. So with the smoke, there's all kinds of symbols in here that I'm not going to tell you what you should see or what you shouldn't see. But Jennifer, oh, you don't have a mic either. Hello? Oh, there we go. Jennifer, I unmuted you. Oh, and then you muted back. How did that happen?
No.
Oh, there.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Yeah, Karen?
Okay. I think I got it now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you did it.
Yay.
Okay, I'm going to unmute the other ones. Jane, may I unmute you? Oh, you have to put on that you want to be unmuted or I can't. So that's that up in the corner, the headset. Okay, so like what are some of the things that you see? Now you can't just look at it. You have to look at it and relax and feel what's in there. So make some comments as to what you think you're feeling. If you see nothing, fine. But I see all kinds of things in there.
Me too. I see a woman, or it looks like a mother and a child, maybe.
So that, it could be related to the people that are around you, or it could even be related to you. And how you're picking up on that. So let's go to another one. Maybe this one would be better. I think I like this one better. So when we're looking at that, you can definitely pick up on that energy too. Can you feel anything coming from that, Karen?
It's a little spooky. Like I see a face with arms.
I don't see it as spooky. I'm starting to see letters. I definitely see. Go ahead.
It looks like the mouth is open, so it looks like whoever it is screaming. That's why, or howling or something. That's
right. Well, try to look past that and see if you could pick up something that is more like a letter or a number in there, or something that isn't so, maybe something smaller. Now, I also see a man with a beret, with glasses, and a mustache. So, if you were reading, this is just to do for yourself. You wouldn't really be doing this in a reading if you were going to do it. This would be something for you. Like I see, that's interesting. So for me, that's what that is telling me, because I'm not reading anybody. So what I'm seeing is about, that guy is an artist. He has on an artist jacket, he has a collar turned down, and a beret, like an artist, and glasses and a mustache. So I don't know if that's somebody I've seen before, or maybe it's connected to somebody that's in the chat room. But this is part of scrying, how you can pick up images. Now, some of that is mixing with your brain, I know. But when you're setting the intent to go ahead and to read it, then something really starts definitely to happen. So here's clouds. Let me see if I can make them bigger. And I see stuff in the clouds all the time. When I was on, we were going to LA to visit some friends, we had brought the dog with us, and I was really nervous about bringing the dog and leaving the dog at their house. Where's my, oh, they're there. And I saw our dog running away. And I went in the clouds. I mean, it looked just like a movie. And so, when I got there, I was like, I really don't feel good about this. I don't feel good about this. And sure enough, we left the house door open. He could go in and out and in their backyard. And they had like a 6-foot fence. But what he did was he went out and went up the side of the hill, hopped over the fence, and got out. And thank God the neighbor grabbed him. And he growled at the neighbor. The dog never growls. So, you see an angel? Good. Cloud people, yeah. But I mean, there's even more there. I see a sentence.
I see a lot of colors.
Oh, that's cool. What is that saying? It's something about spirit. It looks like spirit is all around you. Yeah, it's something spirit is all around you. There is so much in there that you could actually get overwhelmed. I will tell you too, when it's real astral, you'll feel it in your stomach and kind of get a little bit of a stomach ache. And so you need to pull the energy up to the heart and up to the third eye and then ground back down. So there's lots of messages you can find in the clouds, I'll tell you that much. But don't drive and look. I can see all kinds of things. It's almost too much. So let's try a different one and see what happens. Okay, here's water. Water's a real good medium for it. I'm going to pull it down. Yeah. So maybe if you were doing a reading for someone and they were, you had them on the phone and you were, say, like you just weren't getting anything. You might take something like this or the textured carpet or the towel, and then with the texture you'll get information. So there's all kinds, there's pictures, there's faces, but there's also numbers. So if you, okay, Jane, that's okay. You can talk in the chat room. She's saying she doesn't have headphones. So you could use this as an alternative if you're not getting anything on somebody, and it's just something to use to scry. Like you might get a number. Like I see numbers, a lot of numbers. I see, gosh, I almost feel like somebody lost a child or something, because everyone we go to, I see child and a baby. So let's go, oh gosh, I'm getting hot. Okay, now here's a wall. That's my favorite. And with the wall, it's the same feeling. It's going into the wall. It's looking at the wall. Oh, your stepdaughter's in labor right now. How funny. Huh. So there you go. Somehow, subconsciously we probably, because other people were seeing babies too, picked up on that. But there's the same type of thing. It's the same feeling. I'm going to go into faces here pretty soon. So I got faces too. But if I was giving a reading and I was looking at this, I would start asking for everything to come forward, and then you would start to almost feel the texture of that wall, and it would start to speak to you. That's interesting. Does anybody see anything that they can relate to themselves? I see a horse. Really? Do you like horses? Jennifer, what do you see? You're always seeing everything. I see a mother talking. Not this one, though, huh? A little girl's face. Oh. See, I don't see that. Everybody comes with different things. What I see is bright red shooting across. I see letters and numbers, but I'm not paying attention to them. And I see pink too, because I'm not giving a reading, so I'm trying not to. A wise man's face, yeah. Is that right in the middle that you see that, Jane? Yes, I see it too. That's interesting. And I can feel it too. Now, if we wanted to go into that more, if we wanted to go into that person, that wise man, because I get the same feeling, it's a helper, a teacher, it's somebody, then we would go all the way in and we would see him. And then you focus on that and then go into that energy of that person that you think you see there. And then you could close your eyes and start to ask questions. I also see like a little Asian thing, and she's holding up this, like a sign. So this was really something that we needed to pay attention to. And do you feel that, like, when you go into it, you can actually feel the vibration of the person? So this would be like a teacher or something, or a, yeah, there's a lot. So that's kind of your subconscious, but we're really connected also. There's also 3 owls there, which is a wise man. There's the little elemental that is holding a sign. So this is really directing our energy into this because we're all in a focal point, so it's kind of like directing it in. I don't see him as Asian, but I do see a man who has a lot of gold around him. Now, when I go all the way in, I go into like a room, and he's standing in a room, and it's like marble floor. I mean, I can go all the way in with pillars. I go all the way, I can just keep going in and in. And to me, he's very, very a master. Not just wise, a master, I think. So see, you can get a lot of information. Okay, so now we're going to go to something else. La. This candle one, I don't know. If you stare above the flame, even though it's not a real candle, you still can see things. So when I stare at that, it starts to turn purple all the way around the candle. Does anybody else see any color around the flame of the candle?
No, I see a person.
Well, describe it. I want to know.
It's kind of, I can't really make any details out, but they're like waving. I can tell it's a man.
Cool.
That's all I can see.
Can you ask him who he is? Do you think he'll say, or? You see a man too, Jennifer?
Adam, maybe?
I saw a man in the other one, but the purple.
Oh.
I saw the purple above the flame, and the flame is moving. Beautiful.
Oh, okay. So now, it's weird, isn't it? I mean,
I love it.
I put the picture, I wasn't too sure about it, but I'm starting to see a head right, at the flame. So that's interesting. It's kind of a different one. And then, of course, I just saw like I call it godlike because I don't know what else to call it. It's that real bright light. It just flew over. So whatever that was, whatever you guys are saying is pretty much, you see the purple. Funny how people can really see color. Okay. That one's a toughie. Okay, so when you're doing animals and you're looking into their eyes, I'm going to have to reground all you for this one. It's very, very powerful. So this is the eye of an African lion. You saw a smiley face, how funny. So now that oculomancy is where you would look at the reflection within the eye. But you can do that. I would say for somebody just beginning, just look at you have to look all the way around the eye and the slit of the eye, and then also the reflections off to the side will make pictures also for you to interpret. Now, when I look at that, all I see is a big giant lion sitting next to me. Okay, so that's not fair. So go ahead and look and see what you get from that eye. The eye is throbbing? Oh, that's good. He was alive.
My heart jumped out of my chest.
Yeah. I see, yeah. Now that would make sense, wouldn't it? To see a native face male and an eagle. And it even might be a time for your I don't even like the word guides, teachers. Oh, ape on the left, yeah, with an owl. Everybody will see something different. To get in touch with your teachers, where your teachers could speak to you. I'm seeing a lot of Aboriginal things in there too. Like shaman and things like that. I also see the baby lions. I love lions. Okay. And how does it make you feel? What do you feel? I mean, I know like Shelby's heart's jumping out of her chest 'cause she's very sensitive. Looks like a teddy bear. Yeah, super powerful, wild, and I can go right into this lion. Yeah, journey. I see Egyptian stuff also connected to it. Lots of different things. The colors, the depth. I even see like ancient writing. This is the kind of thing I do all the time, so it's weird, you know. I mean, I'm very drawn to eyes. So, I see a male face lower right now. You know, and I see like a whole house scene. And that makes me wonder, it looks like a cabin, or it even could be like a tent, if he's used to seeing those kinds of things. But I definitely see baby lions. Okay, so are you ready to go to the next one? Okay, take a deep breath. Middle, right. See, and I won't see the same thing you will. Some of us will, but most times I'm like, And then you have to ask, well, what does that mean for you too? To interpret that for yourself. What does that mean? Like, the lion speaking to you, and I'll speak to each one in a different way. And so those faces that you see that you really feel a connection to, that they're coming out. Yeah, I felt a shamanic connection also very much. And I feel like this lion has really seen tents or cabins or been around. He might even be in a preserve for all I know. But I feel like he knows humans, and he knows to stay away from them, thank God. I hope we don't lose it. It's doing weird things again. Okay, so let's go to this one. This one is tougher, and the only reason why I put this up was because it is, the elephant eye is always a portal. So you could use this for your own traveling. And I use it I see it all the time. So I see an elephant eye. When I look at the elephant eye, it opens up and I go in. So the elephant eye is also called can be called the eye of God. And so that is going into your inner sanctuary. And for me, my inner sanctuary will look way different than someone else's. That takes me to a place of traveling like, oh, mine is empty. Like into a place of, like for me, it's a cave, and I walk through the cave and I come out in different places. And that's all me. It's all parts of me, but I'm traveling through there. So Shelby, what do you get when you look at the elephant eye?
It's super, super heavy, but I see a lot of sacred geometry come out of it and then touch my face. That's the first thing I notice.
I just feel it in my heart. When I breathe, I can feel the energy in there. So if I wanted to go, I could go. And the first time I saw one of these eyes, I was just looking, and all of a sudden this eye came. It looked just like that, an elephant eye with all the wrinkles. And I thought, oh my God, it's some devilish creature that's coming after me. But it's not. It's a portal. Yeah, you can get lost for a long time. It took you 33 minutes to get in here? I know. I don't know what's going on. Hi, Corrine. Hey, Corrine, I'm going to show some pictures, and don't say who they are, okay? Okay. So this is the portal, really. This is a portal. You may not know it, but it is. The elephant is really, really sacred and really important with learning. And this can be a portal into yourself and into learning. So that's why I put it up. And so when we look at things, anything you're looking at, like if you're doing email readings, which I love to do, you are looking at the picture. Okay, now, okay, let me upload these other ones. I hope, let's see, this one. Okay. So if we were doing an email reading, and I have permission to use this, but if we were doing an email reading, so we've gone from all the other scrying or divination tools, and now we're going to go into faces. So when you look at this face, what do you see? Now, how you go into it is you look at the eyes first. Yeah. And then look around at the skin. And what do you see on the skin? And you have the permission of this handsome guy to go ahead and read what you're seeing. You have permission to do that. And I can't comment because I know him, so. But look across the forehead. Look at his eyes. Look at his cheeks. And even when I do readings, I always ask for the chest, to see the chest. Yeah, okay. I see people on his forehead, but it's a word. Yeah. So the people that you're probably seeing on his forehead. What did you just say, Becca? Oh my God, you don't know how right you are. You are right on the money, my dear. Yep, definitely connected to him. That's not his name, but he is connected to that, yes. Yeah, I can see The J. Yeah, very good. See what I mean? I love email readings because you just sit with yourself in the picture. I can see other things too, I can't say. Sadness is right though. Yep. I can't say. Yeah. I think afraid of the camera. Yes, very much so. A lost soul in that moment. Yes. You're good, Becca. But I mean, you're getting it. So that's what's so interesting is that if you ask questions, and that is a form of scrying. Oh, is she? Oh, she's going to be on your show on Supernatural Radio tomorrow night. Well, that'll be fun. So this is what I'm talking about how pictures can be so interesting. So, Corrine, what do you see? Becca, you have natural talent. Is that Carol coughing? No. Somebody's got a terrible cough. A bug on his forehead. Well, he is scared to death of bugs. Yeah, there's a lot there. That's why I love you. And what I would do too in an email reading is I take their picture and I make it big, then I make it small, like that, and you can and always a white background. And so now you've gotten some clues as to who this is. You know, you name Jerry was correct. Bugs, lost soul in the moment, yeah. A red dot, on his third eye. Oh, that. You're funny. I like that. Oh, okay. But as you look at the top of the head, okay, so now focus on the top of the head and just really relax, you know, take a deep breath, reground a little bit, and open up. And then see what you see around. There'll be colors around there. And it's a nice textured wall behind him. He is a very wise soul that is choosing a very difficult path. He's an old soul. And the reason, like if you look on top of his head, you can see, oh my God, restart my computer. Are you crazy? Okay, yeah, very good. Sit outside of. That's what it was doing. But you can see that he's had many lifetimes. Now, I can also see the white shooting out the top of his head. And I can see that if he worked on it, he could. I see two personalities. Oh, man, you nailed that, Carol. Bada boom. Yeah, light purple and light pink. He has a very big heart. And that violet. But there's a lot of compassion. But there's a lot in the way. So you are right with that. So it's interesting, isn't it? He almost has he has also, I can tell, yeah, drugs, definitely. Yeah. And repetitive Now, how you can see the repetitive mind? Yeah, former. He's supposed to be straight now. But how you can see a repetitive mind is if you look above his head, you can see words that are starting, stopping, exclamation point, question point. It's just like all erratic above the head. And that is somebody with repetitive thoughts. Yeah, definitely, Becca, you got it. See, Corrine knows too much about it. I do too. I shouldn't be saying anything. But you can see the repetitive thinking. And that is right around the head. It's too bad that couch is so dark. Yeah, get out of my head. So, and a lot of that is to do with the drugs. So, and like if we could see his chest and his throat, we could see his throat chakra. We could see, people that are in his heart also there, and things that he loves. There would just be a whole lot more, but he's so covered up. And I have clients and stuff, but I can't use their pictures. That wouldn't be fair. Was that my damn picture there? Yeah, imprisoned. Yes, very much so. Can't believe how white he is. He looks scared to me because, Yep, that's exactly right. I've seen a lot of that using he is intuitive. He is hiding from the voices. The drugs push it away, but they drag him down. Yeah, very, very true. Yep, that's true too. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. So his wife or lifetime partner is Blackfoot Indian, and 100%. So my grandson is half Blackfoot and half whatever we are. Yeah, he's very confused. He's trying for his son. He has a son. So the interesting thing is that she filled him with a lot of fear from her belief structure that she had growing up. She grew up on the reservation. And she is like a warrior. I mean, warrior. Yeah, warrior. Yeah, that's the way to say it. And so, and he was using drugs, and he's gotten off drugs supposedly. I still don't, I'm very detached from it. But yeah, you can see that. Yeah, crossroads. It's up to him what he does. I said I'm here as long, But anyway, so that's interesting. You guys picked up on a lot. I mean, and that's what I'm talking about, though. Just from a picture, people will be like, "Oh, you can't get a reading from a picture." I'm like, "Oh, yes, you can." On his T-shirt? Let me see. What do you mean? Oops, no, I missed him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what, Becca, when I first started doing reading, I was throwing paint on canvas to do readings because, that was a way of scrying. I could give readings that way. And it seemed like whenever I would do a painting, all this information would come through. Well, then I thought, I think we'll go a step further. And then I started doing email readings, and still to this day I offer them. And even though I'm so busy, but I always make time for my email readings because you have so much fun. And I just did one today and had a blast with it. Absolute blast. It's just amazing what comes through. And really it's being grounded and centered and setting your intent in your readings and then going ahead and starting to read and not being afraid to write things down. Like there's some stuff that won't make sense, but that's it to you, so you have to write everything down. And I just open up my Word Word, the one on the computer. With Microsoft. And I keep the picture on one side, and I just start typing everything that I get and what I feel. And then even when you're done, you still have to clear. You still have to clear your energy because you're in their energy. And I will say their name, and I will ask to see. Okay, I got one more picture. Oh, wait, I have to upload it. And Corrine can't comment on this one either. Okay. Oh, wait, this one. I think. Is that it? Yeah. So let's look at this one close up. Okay. I wish the hair was out of the way. And he only showed part of his face too. So let's look at this one. I should have gotten some different pictures. Yeah, you can. But it was like right towards it. I'm going, oh God, I didn't get any pictures. Okay, so let's look at this, and I can't say anything. So somebody else can comment. Shelby, what do you see?
At first I was seeing lizards, and then I started seeing all these colors, and I saw the heart come forward, and it had these little spikes on it, so I'm not sure what that was, though. And then you asked Vanna. I didn't go any further.
So the lizards, he has a very strong connection to any kind of animal. Snake, lizards, frogs, tarantulas. I know him. That's why I had to have somebody that I knew that I could verify, what you're saying. So the lizard thing makes sense big time. Also a big heart, yeah. But with spikes around it. Yeah, that makes sense. Alien. What I see on there is, I don't see an alien. I do see the circle, but to me that is, when I look at that, I see it connected to the third eye. So when I look at it, I see a shaft running right over to the middle of his forehead. And his seeing is skewed. His seeing of his third eye. That's how I take that, but I could be wrong. Yeah, he does have a lot of wisdom. He's an older soul. I wish we could see his chest. Nope. Oh, there's things on his cheek too. Because what I'm saying is, it's like, does anybody see a number in the middle of his forehead in between his eyes? Like I would see, you don't have to do reading just by getting mental images. You can also, or having a vision, you could have, just by looking at their skin and keep asking to have them speak to you. You see a 7, Carol? Yeah, that month is very important to him, July. Yep. So he's telling you his birthday. The number 42. I don't know what that means. I could write it down and I'll ask him. I should have put my husband up there. You guys would have had a field day with that. 42, 4, 5, 6. Could be a 4 and a 2. That's January, February. Oh my God! Do you know what that is? If it's a 4 and a 2? That's his grandmother's birthday. So see, you would mention that in a reading just like you did. A blonde woman in his life. Yes, there is. See? Look at you guys. He's a thinker and people think he's odd. Yep, they do. But we're all used to that, aren't we? Because we're all so odd. But Corrine, you can still look at the skin. You can still see if you can. Yeah, very much so, Jane. Very good. Oh, you are on Paramania? Oh, cool. At 6, huh? Oh, you'll have fun. We'll all rush. We'll go over there after this. Yes, he is smart. Did you put that Paramania link up, Corrine, so people can get there? He is very much a thinker. Now, I see an arrow, too, going up, which means kind of like, okay, paramaniaradio.com.
Yeah, I see a triangle that keeps popping up right above his left eye. It's a blue triangle.
That's interesting. Triangle. What do you think that means?
I don't know. When I go towards it, it feels like there's some real big transition happened or happening or something he's trying to elevate somehow.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's right next to his third eye, which is huge, but it's only the bottom half of it is open.
Mm-hmm. Foreboding. His eyes never are that big. I don't know why he kind of made them bigger. He has some ability, but he won't do anything with it. He hears. He can hear. Hmm. 4x4 carpenter or trucks? He had a truck. He worked on trucks. His own truck. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, because the show's almost over anyway. He's a musician, and he writes music, and he's going to college. So you guys got a lot of stuff. Yeah, he loves music. He's written some music. It can be considered dark or different. So, and like even with the whites of his eyes, so, and there are two sides to him. Yeah, you could even look in the whites of his eyes. He's very sensitive, born in July. It's like an empath. He can feel people's emotions and stuff like that. So he gets overwhelmed with it. And he is single and he's looking for someone. But I had to use somebody that I knew. We can do this again too, and I could have people send in pictures and then you guys can, say yay or nay. So it's interesting. Yeah. So that's that. Yeah, that would be fun. You guys can pick pictures out and then we'll upload them and we'll read them all together and see what we come up with. But we have to have somebody that can validate this because It means nothing without validation. I am the queen of validation. I'm always asking for validation. But there are times in reading, especially email readings, when you're not going to get it. You may get it from them, of who you're talking to, doing the reading for, but you're talking to them in a different type of way, and then you feel good enough to go ahead and put it down. But it shouldn't really matter. You should just write everything down. And then I always ask them to validate back to me what made sense and what didn't make sense. And so it really is a wonderful way to give readings when you're not feeling real sure of yourself, and then they will take the time, and I ask them, you have to validate it, and they'll go through it and validate whatever they thought was right on, and or blew them away or didn't blow them away, and then you get more confidence that way. And that's, because I've always given readings, always. Even when I was a kid, I used to have friends come to me and ask me, well, what do you think I should do? Really, that was a form of a reading. What should I do? Is he cheating? I always knew when they were cheating, and I always knew everything about boyfriends. Because I can really pick up on people. So that was fun. But can get you in trouble. So it's fun to do. So we'll do that another time. And I'll post, please bring your pictures that you want to have read, and then other people can validate them. Great. I'm glad you had a good time. The next Teaching Tuesday is, heck if I know. I have it on my calendar, the 23rd. So I don't know if I'm going to have a guest or what I'm going to do, so we'll see what happens. You never know right before it hits me. Hi, boo-boo. Boo-boo. And my alien could be a woman from the 20s with a white hat and light blonde hair. Yeah, and it'll shift, right? That it'll change right as you're looking at it. Colors, you can just get the whole aura, the whole vibe, and then you'll see, because I could see kind of like a 20s. He's from a different era. He should have been born in a different era. And I'll tell you something, then I'm going to go, but he has a really good sense of humor, and he was doing this, he used to do this thing from the Old West, like in the 1700s, and he called him Old Bart or something, and he would do this whole persona, and he even made videos of it. So, he was channeling from a past life and didn't even know it. But yeah, it was interesting. So, yeah, and I see right above that, left eye. Left? Yeah, that's right. I get very confused. Yeah. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for coming, and you guys did really good. And so be sure and try to keep scrying, for fun. It's for fun. All kinds of interesting things have happened. Like I would be, see on the wall, a name, and I would know that person had passed. So, yeah, you need to practice. It's fun. Don't make it serious. Keep it light and fun, because when you get all uptight, then you choke everything off. Okay? All right. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you, Shelby, for helping with the energy. I definitely felt it. She was helping with all these people, keeping them grounded. Okay, everybody, have a great night, and thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Good night.